I'm gonna take her paper.
We'll get you in trouble.
Then I need the coroner and the sheriff.
Yeah, I had some comments.
Can you send me last year? Good.
Nobody wants to sit there. Morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Good. It's Monday.
It is. Smile and nod. So far, shh, don't say that.
Okay.
So we got a week and a half. Are you off for the summer then? At the school then? Yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh, I bet. Mhm. Hi. Again.
I know where they saw it.
Horsey Mart. Mustang Bro.
Getting close enough.
Morning, everyone. I guess we'll stand, have a little bit of silence, and then do the pledge and start with our meeting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, I think we'll start with you, since your name is on.
No.
Feel free to leave.
My name is Amy Thompson. I'm with Huntington Business Association and helping with the Huntington Apple Fest again this year. And we wanted to ask for permission to use the bathrooms this year. The date is September 24th. That being said, we would provide the toiletries, paper towels. And then just wanted to see about if we can hire someone from here. I don't know if it would be Kathy Martin or who it would be to work that day and we pay that person. I know in the past, that's what we used to do on a charity event. asking for permission for.
I'll make a motion to open the courthouse bathrooms on September 24th.
And I'll second that. That's not good.
All those in favor?
All right.
Yeah. There you go.
All right,
That was painless.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Anybody else, for public comment? Being none, let's move on to the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the next second minutes.
I will second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Claims 1 through 160 in amount of $488,384.79 and payroll claims.
I'll make a motion to approve those.
I'll second.
Review and acknowledge the treasurer's bank reconciliation ledger comparison reports.
I'll make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Review and acknowledge clerk's monthly report for March.
I will make a motion to accept those.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. And April report collections, ambulance for March and April, clerk, recorder, and sheriff.
I'll make a motion to accept.
I will second.
In favor?
Aye.
Yeah. We have a transfer request and engaged restricted, $44,726 from road renovation to bridge repair. And this is on Bridge 88. Levy
No.
payment for Bridge 88.
Is this Canterbury?
Yes, that's what's on here. This for Bridge 88, 44,726.
This is almost 770. It pays it off. I'll make a motion to transfer 44,726.
I'll second.
Resolution 2022-17. Adoption of the cafeteria plan. This is every
Section
year.
125, yeah.
725.
There's a lot of reading in that.
Yes.
But
You didn't read that answer?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept that.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Ready for the second test? Start. You're up first.
I'm up first. Like that will start with me, right? Really, the only thing I have is, there's a couple grants out there available. First one is, I believe it's the SSHP grant, been working with a team on that. It's like $150,000 grant. Looking at possibly, replacing laptops with that. On that. There is a deadline, it's due next, Monday, so hoping that we can get all the paperwork done and get that, applied for. I don't believe there's any matching to it, it's just the full amount, what I'm, way I'm reading it. The second grant came out, there's some funding that, through FSSA, they hired a company called Southeast Trans, who takes care of all the funding. They have federal government has funneled money down into this group to help with funding for an ambulance, bariatric ambulance, and they will up to $180,000 for a bariatric ambulance. So everything has to qualify for that. So I'm working with a representative, sales representative in the ambulance industry to see, is it going to be, how much is it going to cost to do a bariatric ambulance versus a regular ambulance? And we have to put out more, because we'll have to put the remainder in. So if the ambulance is $250,000, we'll have to put forth $70,000. Right. So, but that was due on Monday also. So next Monday, the 23rd. So we're working on that right now. He gave me a representative to contact who works specializes in that grant and all that. So we'll see if we can squeeze that in, maybe try to get a grant to help us offset some of that cost if we can. So, other than that, we're still plugging away. Still trying to work with that one ambulance where I had to do work on the death filter system. We're having still some issues with that. I'm working with the losses board on that. We're still moving forward, trying to get an ambulance. We're just kind of tidy everything up and then bring the bids in, make sure the specs in and set up the bidding system. That's all I got.
Both of the grants I'm on my behalf.
Just make you guys aware of what's going on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get it through.
Yeah.
Week's time. A little short, but we'll do what we can.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anybody from emergency management?
Yeah, Tina's back here.
Want something?
She doesn't have anything.
Okay.
Nothing.
Health department?
Anything.
Oh, there we
There's
go.
plenty of serious anyway. We have 7 empty seats.
UTV Road, the service is in progress, so we'll continue to push on that. 234 East. Can we push to the next level of the next step? Because we're not seeing any progress. So, I don't know.
And they were calling about that the other day also.
Yeah, sometimes it looks like he's doing better, but it really, in reality, it's
Right.
continuing to work, so.
This gentleman actually put in an offer, I thought, great. And they wouldn't accept.
So, and the bank, I can make contact with them if they don't provide any, so I feel like they're dragging me, so I feel like we probably can just go to that next step.
Okay.
So, if you guys work with it.
Do you have any progress on 704? I think Eric.
Eric's made contact with him, so yes, I think that they are working on that, he's gotten the timeline as far as getting some of that cleaned up.
I talked to Eric a little bit too on that. It was something he was trying, but because there was an easement, they held back a little bit, so. He was working through it.
Anything else?
Thank you. Happy Monday.
Jason. Already.
Would you like Chuck Skelly from West Side to present?
Oh, yes.
That's fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
And he can fill you in.
Good morning.
Good morning. First time I've ever been here. I can't believe over the 11 years I've been working with the counties for I thought I was in church here.
Real close.
Again, my name is Chuck Skelly. I'm with West Side Tractor Sales. We're the John Deere distributor for construction equipment for northern part of Illinois, most of Indiana. What's transpired over the last 2 years, there's been a lot of equipment that the county owns that has not been extended warranty and maintenance program have not been accepted. So I've been working with the county, like I said, for a little over 10 years, almost 11 years now. First piece was bought back in 2012, I believe. But anyway, what I wanted to bring forth after Jason took the position, we've been meeting, we met, 3 times, I think, over the last month and a half, 2 months, excuse me, 2 months, and we wanted to get the equipment back in line. So what has transpired over the last 2 years is every time a piece of equipment comes up for a warranty renewal or a maintenance agreement renewal, a letter is sent out along with a phone call follow-up. Nothing's been done about those over the last couple of years. So it's put the county in kind of a tough position right now where we have some equipment that is out of warranty but still using, and exposure to the county is pretty significant. Give you an example, let's say an engine goes on a motor grader, I mean, we're talking over $44,000. Transmission, 20-some thousand dollars. And so that's what I've been meeting with Jason, Jerry, and Travis on to try to get these things back in line. So where we're at right now is we have gone out, come to the shop 3 weeks ago, I believe it is, pulled oil samples on all the equipment except 2 machines that are being traded in August for new machines. Of those oil samples that came back, there were a few problems on those machines. Water, high metals, things like that. So my recommendation, I haven't talked to Jason about this yet, but our recommendation is we're gonna come back out. We're gonna set an appointment, have the machines come back out, retested at no charge to the county, just to follow up and make sure we got some good readings on it. 2 machines, however, do need to have what they call oil caddy, which means that you bring a caddy machine out, you filter the oils, and then retest them again to get any contaminants out. That will be done at no charge to the county. So what I really want to explain is that the significant exposure to the county right now when anything goes bad, and we're doing our best to get these warranties back in place. So the process is come out, oil sample, test them, then we submit it to Deere, and then Deere says, okay, we're going to go ahead and add that warranty back to the machine right now. The cost of that could be as much as almost $20,000 per machine to extend the warranty. The life of a grader, for example, we like to run those out to about possibly 7,000 hours. You have no machines that are near that right now. But, you know, for example, the 2 machines that are being traded in, I think they're just a little over 5,000 hours right now. So I do have a sheet here, which I'm more than happy to share that I've shared with Jason and his staff. Oh, that's all right. This is kind of this is what I've been working on with Jason. It kind of goes through and shows. It's kind of I know it's tough to read and understand, but welcome to my world. What this shows is a list of all the machines the county currently has that are from John Deere, plus 1 machine that's not on this list that was purchased from another John Deere dealer. That was a mini excavator that we did sample also. My concern is when you go over the top half of the page, go over the far right where you see expiration date, you'll see, well, next to a warranty, you see all expired. Then next day you see the expiration date. All those dates kind of fall into what's happened over the last 2 years, except for 1 machine that you'll notice expired back in 2018. However, that was a used machine that I believe Jason, you were here when purchased that. That was a used machine, and actually that machine has no issues whatsoever. So that's a clean machine. Explain how we monitor this real quickly. When the county buys a piece of equipment, for example, the 2 new graders are coming in August. We put warranty on it, usually for 5 years, usually. And we also have a PM program, which is a maintenance program where we come out and perform all the maintenance on the machine, take oil samples and everything else. Along with it, we have a telematics, which is called JD Link. Telematics is just a monitoring system that we can tie into that tells us if anything's going on with the machine. It alerts us. The county office, highway department has access to that, and then we have access to it at our shop. And so if we get a call from somebody at Jason's staff and says that, hey, this grader is throwing a code per se, we can pull it up, look at it, and tell us what's going on. So that's what that JD Link is. I guess what I want to do here today is just let the county know what their exposure is, what's going on, And then we're doing everything we can, working with Jason's staff to get things back to where they need to be, hopefully. I can't guarantee that every machine will be accepted as far as extended warranty, but out of all the machines that we did the oil samples on, none of them had any real serious problems. There were some things that had water in them, things like that. What we did was there's 13 machines that John Deere machines the county has. 12 are listed. One is the 60G, what they purchased from another dealer, but we can monitor that also. And we did sample that. So there's 13 machines. Out of all those 13 machines, 9 of them are out of warranty right now.
And 2 of them can trade it out at night.
Yeah, the two in the highlighted area
So,
are being traded out in August. And we did not sample those for the simple reason is that we're pretty well set in concrete. What's gonna happen there. I don't know if there's any question about what was signed for that purchase agreement. If there is, I've got that numbers too, that's.
I don't know.
Okay.
So on these equipment, if they're all accepted, let's just say, what does the extended warranty look like? Is that an additional X amount of years, X amount of
Yeah.
years plus?
Yeah, so what I will do is,
Okay,
and this is, I do this all the time with other counties. We sit there and kind of map out what the plan is for,
that piece.
each piece and when you're gonna retire that piece of equipment.
Okay.
So what I'll do is come back to Jason and say, okay, well, you have this grader that was purchased this year, how many more years you wanna run it out? And then we'll put a number on that, kind of try to budget for him. So maybe, I don't know what you do here, but I know other counties kind of look at budgets 2-3 years down the road.
Yeah.
You almost have to.
Yeah.
And so we'll plug that number in and then decide, what you're gonna do. Are you gonna do a dollar buyout lease? You're gonna purchase it outright, whatever you're gonna do. And we plug that number in.
Okay.
And I usually put some fluff in there too, because things are getting more expensive.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll do in each machine. So I'll sit down with him and say, hey, this machine is gonna be retired in 3 years. Let's look at a maintenance plan and a warranty extension plan for 3 more years. What is that cost?
Okay.
So I'm throwing a lot of information here. Going down.
Was that 20,000 per year per unit? For the warranty?
Up to. So it depends on the age of the machine and how many more years we want to go out. I pulled that number because Tippecanoe County, they have 4 graders right now that they're going to buy outright. And then they're going to extend the warranty. So I use that number. So what they're doing is they're taking their 3-year-old machines, buying them, and they want to keep them up to 7 years. So for me to extend the warranty on their machines for 4 more years was $20,000 per machine. And that was a full machine warranty.
4 years, not
For
every year.
No, for 4 more years. Yeah.
So 5,000 a year. Is that, or is it 20,000 each year?
No, 20,000 total
Okay.
for each machine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was
For 4, yeah. Okay,
So I
no,
was like, man, okay.
I think through the years, even when I was auditor, I don't recall any of this ever being brought up at meetings. There's no communication. And Jason, that's where I'm gonna need you, all those contracts and everything to communicate with Colleen, because if they're leased and everything, she needs to know that for reporting purposes.
yeah, so this county was the first one to ever do what I call dollar buyout leases, which is what you lease them for 5 years, you have a payment each year up front, and then you probably know what I'm talking about. And then at the end of the term, you have to pay $1 to own it. The reason that we did it here was because we ran into problems in other counties with property tax. I don't know if you do that here or not. Do you self-assess your equipment or not? Other counties, for example, Boone County, they assess the highway department property tax on their equipment, which I find ironic, but
I know some counties do, they can change the
Yeah, so-
drains too, where we've done.
Yeah, so it's, you know, each county is a little different.
What's the timeline on turnaround by the time you sit down with Jason and put numbers together? Are you month, 6 months?
I'm gonna say I'd like to have all this done probably by the middle of next month with firm numbers.
Okay.
Jason's gonna be getting a call from Brett, my service manager, if he hasn't already. Probably today or tomorrow to set up a time to come out and resample the machines we need to resample. We just want to make sure we got good samples on them. Things that can get contaminated when you do them, we want to make sure it's right. And at the same time, do this oil cutting. There's nothing there that's really serious right now. My main concern is the purchase of the warranty. That's a big dollar ticket.
Well, theoretically, if it's 20,000 piece made of 7, you're looking at 140. Give you a rough idea.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, give or take somewhere.
And the idea is here to keep you guys up and running. Is there any questions? I mean, I kind of ran through this real quick. It's a nice day. Everybody wants to get the heck out of here, I'm sure. I just want to make sure that I give the commissioners and the county all the information they need moving forward on what we're trying to do, because the last 2 years have been not a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think on our behalf, it's appreciated that you're sitting here. Thank you, Jason, for bringing him here. I think our next one would just be to see what the cost is and
Yeah.
see what's left in his budget and what we can do.
No, that's fine. That's not a problem whatsoever.
I don't have any problem having stuff under warranty by any stretch of imagination. So if we can work it into money wise, I think.
It's fine. And Mike, I've sent,
Oh, very good.
go ahead.
When you get a firm number,
Mhm.
is this all gonna be due in how long? I mean,
Okay, so that's a good question. I didn't discuss. When it comes to the warranty side with John Deere, that has to be all or nothing, basically. So if we're gonna buy it for 4 years, we have to pay the whole thing for the 4 years. If it's just 2 years, pay for just 2 years.
Okay.
Now, the maintenance side of it, the PM Plus program, that's administered by us, West Side. And we have a lot of flexibility there, so we can do it by the hour, we can do it by the year. There's all kinds of options there.
Does the warranty cover all parts and everything?
So, that's,
Labor, I mean,
yeah, what we're shooting for, in the past, the county's always bought what they call comprehensive or full machine warranty. What that is, basically bumper to bumper, the machine's covered. There are some exclusions, tires, additional oils, filters, things like that. But that's been very minimal cost, I believe, over the years. But as far as anything else, and to be honest with you, a lot of this stuff with the telematics some stuff can be done over the phone lines with telematics. For example, just reloading it or re-administering it, so anyway. I will tell you this, what I will do when I sit down with Jason, when we get the numbers put together, is I will give him 2 options. I'll give him the comprehensive, which is the full machine, and I'll also give him what they call powertrain hydraulics, which covers, engines, the drivetrain, hydraulic pumps, all that. What it doesn't cover is all the computers on the machine. And these new graders, there's like 11 computers on that machine, about $2,000 a piece. So that's where the county needs to decide what's the best avenue to go. I apologize for running through this real quick, but I just want everybody to make sure where we're coming from, what direction we're going when Jason asks me to come. Maybe you want me to say, cover, maybe just.
what the PM Plus helps on.
Oh, yes, oh, yeah. So, every machine that we've done, we've always, what we call PM Plus. That's where we come out and do the service at site or at a location on the machine. What PM Plus does, then we have on each machine, and we have a track record of what's happened to that machine as far as services. What it also does, it increases the resale value of your machine or trade-in value of the machine. So if we're doing all the service work, we're doing all the maintenance on it, We know we've had John Deere parts on it, we've had a John Deere technician on it. We know that that machine's been taken care of, that we feel the best of the ability. One other thing that I did not cover, I'm hesitant to, is what other piece of equipment. Go ahead. Okay. I feel like I'm talking to my mom back here.
You could come up here.
No, over the last couple of years, and I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody, but there's been equipment that I've tried to talk the highway department not buying. And there's some equipment they have purchased that I don't understand why they purchased it, for what the programs are and what the road conditions are in the state of Indiana. So I threw this out to Jason, that is there any equipment that you have that the county does not need? Highway department needs? We're willing to take a look at it, either as far as a trade-in or offset expenses, or even do a consignment on it and try to pre-sell it for you and get the highest value we can. So I just throw that out as an option.
Is there a particular piece that you're eyeballing?
No, I mean, we sell equipment.
They are.
Yeah,
I would ask him to put a list together and we would look at it.
That machine split. Yeah.
And the reclaimer that bill on the grader. Okay. And possibly a couple other pieces. Okay. Yeah.
We would look at that. I mean, just to give you an idea of scope of our business, trying to think of somebody, you've heard of Miller Pipeline. We sell them all their equipment all over the United States. So, we talk about JD Link. We monitor over 800 pieces of equipment throughout the United States on a daily basis. So, and that's always growing. But the other side of it is that we've got 20 some salesmen in our company that if he decides, let's say that sheep's foot, right? If you want to sell that, if you want to move that sheep's foot, I will market that out to 20 some salesmen, and then we'll find somebody for you, hopefully, to make you clean on it and give the county some money. So yeah, I'm not familiar how you bought it. That's really not my business per se. It's help you out if we can. This is a two-way street, guys. So
Of course.
I don't think I've ever really tried to sell you anything you didn't need. I tried to talk him out of it a couple of times. So.
Okay. Thank you for taking time.
No, that's no problem whatsoever. Any questions? He knows how to get a hold of me.
Yep.
For better or for worse.
Very well, thank you.
Thank you.
So Jason, did you have something to add?
We have an employee that is leaving. Thursday is his last day. We've hired our part-time guy, and last month he's working out for us, and we were wondering about maybe transitioning him into full-time and taking that position if possible. So
That's probably just replacing the position.
right. So he's working out, he's doing a good job for us, so. That, the Xavier Pipe project should be wrapped up tomorrow, should have the road open by Wednesday, so that's all done. Portland Arch is patched. So,
Thank you.
Got
You're welcome.
numerous compliments.
okay, good, and they're working on other roads.
So I'm not going out today.
Yeah,
There was about a mile stretch on Portland Arch Road that didn't get it.
they're doing that today.
Okay, very well.
They're finishing up today, so.
Yeah, it looked great. I traveled over the weekend on a school bus and all things, so everybody should be able to.
One other thing was the utility ordinance. I just wanted to know if that had passed, what Kent had sent me. You said that was last summer.
Last summer.
So what I had sent you guys, and maybe we could build off of it as well.
Can we hit that utility company down south up still, that they tore the roads up?
We're working with Duke,
Okay.
so they're already working with us on that.
Okay.
We're gonna get material off of them, and they're gonna haul it for us, so.
Okay, great.
But, I just want to make sure that had passed, and if you guys, if I could have a signed copy of it, I'll find it. But, other than that,
Is the people going through the county with the power line, are they doing okay, or with the roads?
so far, yeah, they're trying to stay, if that's what we get a plan together where we can start getting these permits and everything. So,
Roger, work mission also,
yeah, so,
so
other than that, everything,
sent them a perfect letter, explained really well.
yeah, so other than that, things are moving along.
Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Greg, do you have anything?
No.
Sheriff?
So we got 69 in jail.
I mean, there are.
Good question, because I just got this morning. 32 are others. So
Okay, okay.
Friday, we had a little incident on the interstate. One vehicle got totaled and our vehicle,
Yeah, how much damage is it?
I'm not sure, I called the insurance this morning. Not near as bad as the Petersburg.
Did the trucker have insurance?
He did,
Okay.
so. We made sure he had new names and stuff like that when I was done with him.
Was he jailed?
Huh?
Was he jailed?
No. State police took over
Okay.
because our guys were involved,
Right.
so. And then when I got there,
So it didn't hit one of the trooper cars?
no, so our guys were actually there helping the troopers, yeah, I mean, we're back. And for some reason, the dog spilled the water bowl, the guy looked down, and he spills his drink, I call bullshit.
That was the second story, right?
Right, yeah, because the first one he lied to, he says, oh, no, I had a truck next to me, so I had to explain to him where the brakes were, how to use them. And that was very nice about it. So, our vehicle, it's drivable per se, back glass is blowed out. Tailgates and the bedside's gonna have to be replaced.
Probably do.
So that's one time for him. But he does have insurance and, I made sure he wasn't an owner operator.
Okay.
Yeah, type deal. So, cause I made sure that he knows that they're gonna pay for all of it. No, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just glad no one got hurt. So, cause it totaled the Petersburg.
Yeah. Do you have, is the accident, the state police has the accident report?
Mhm.
Has Charlie been notified?
I just got it in my box this morning, so,
Oh, you have it?
yeah. You need it?
I need to read it first.
Okay.
Has Charlie been notified at Valley, our insurance? We probably should.
I had other
contact him.
things this morning waiting on me, so.
So I can take care of that. Josh's?
Yeah.
What year is it?
All right. His is a 20.
20?
Yeah.
2020. And it's the only pickup? I mean, you got it.
I've got mine. And it costs
2022?
Yeah. No, 2020 also. Let's go get it straight.
There's gonna be a comment there somewhere.
Anyway. So, anyway, I'll call Charlie this morning, unless you're gonna call right there.
I'll call him for you.
Okay, yeah, I like that, you know, as soon as I can see if it's total or, actually, I have no idea if the frame's tweaked, on the frame's tweaked. It looks like to me where it bounced off Petersburg's truck and then skinned ours, but again, I'm not a specialist at that, so. Yeah, anything else?
That's enough.
Oh, yeah, it was. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, bids for the Tahoe's opened up Thursday, so we'll be ordering those through all stops this week. Looks like the price went up a little bit on about $4,000 per vehicle.
Brian, is that cheap?
Yeah, that's.
That goes to the government rate.
Yeah, so they're gonna be right around 42,000 this year. So that's the preliminary I have. We won't go for sure until Thursday when they go to that.
Thank you.
Did we not just take the 10 inmates that you had in the last meeting? That remaining county was wanting us to take?
Yeah, they wanted to take more, and we did. And so we brought some up here. They haven't got back on the line, so that's what, that's how that happened. So. And then I will tell you, Sullivan County did contact us last week, and they were wanting to bring 20, which I can do it. I don't want to do it, except in that I told them I would take at least 10. So, like I worried about the employees too. Yeah. So.
That puts you close to your limit.
Right. I'll be
comfortable with it.
right. So we're good.
What's the maximum capacity?
112. Oh, you want to add to that? I got a ship.
Is that at 80%?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 126. You got like 126 beds then?
No, 112. There's 112 beds.
Yeah, but you can only be at 80% capacity for the state.
Right, but we'll be fine.
Okay.
Because we will have bed space for all those people. So, we have nobody on the floor.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so I gotta be careful with that, so I start putting people on the floor, then I've got state come in and find out why and also other good stuff.
Okay.
Someone prefers the sport from what I saw.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Thank you.
We, Paula had sent a message. She's not going to be here, but she did have something. She had some old election equipment, some encoders that she's no longer using. She said she paid $110 for them originally. We're not using them at all. She found a source to sell them for $75 a piece. There's 18 of them, recouping $1,350 of those funds. She had already talked to council. We just need to approve on our behalf. So with that being said, as long as no one has any questions.
But the council told her to talk to us first.
Right.
It's an executive function.
Right. So,
That's good.
yes,
Yeah. Just have your motion include the word surplus, that's junk, because the cost of sale would exceed the fair market value, and then she can dispose of it out at her discretion.
so with that being said, I'll make a motion to classify those encoders as surplus and junk. Circumstances that the cost of sale would exceed the fair market value of those pieces, and she can dispose of them how she pleases.
Young man.
That's really good. How was that?
I'm impressed.
There we go.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, very good.
Jump is the next word.
Yes, Jeff. Okay, any other department heads? Okay. Do we have anything else? Roger, did you have something?
No, ma'am. We will be digging out the jail tank on Friday.
Bill, fine, thank you.
Smart, they're up at Maple Corn this morning. Taking care of that side.
For the site? Yeah, okay.
They're going to just clean it up. They worked it into their schedule, just clean it up, get all the debris, trash. And all that rotten wood out of there. And then they're gonna come back and river rock. Match and river rock that entire side there. And we're done with that side.
Okay, so do we need to be in contact with them about lawn here? Has either of you contacted them about maybe possibly cutting the grass here a little shorter?
They're cutting about 3.5 inches, which is common practice. Rick, pretty much so scout.
Well, and I understand that, but I've noticed there's some things that are being, they're somewhat careless, running over flags and,
They don't trim around the trees. We've got big spots.
And he's got landscape, so.
I haven't done that.
I got some pictures of,
Was that?
send them to you
Yeah.
or smarts or, I didn't know.
So that's all I have.
Brenda, I have one more thing. Before you guys move to Maple Corner, when we did the phase one ESA on it, we didn't find anything wrong with the sewer, but there were hearsay that some issues are with the sewer. I had not engaged a sewer contractor to come take a look at that. Is that something we want to do, or does the county want to do? Is there a local guy that can check the sewer before you guys move in? Then we'll have a problem. I can get Glenn Price from Crawford to come give it a full checkout if you guys want, or we can have a local guy, but I just don't want us to move in and then we have a problem.
Yeah,
Because we didn't check it.
right. Yeah, we'll get with you, Roger. I don't disagree with that. Obviously, we're on from, but yes, I agree.
Okay, if you need help, let me know. If not, if there's a local guy that can do it, so do it.
Either way, we'll keep you in the loop so you can be with them.
All right.
Thank you.
I need to set a date for the PHI helicopter. We never set a date.
Hey, Sheriff?
Yep.
We're back to setting the date for PHI helicopter. You have any fun functions coming up?
July 28th.
Yeah,
I would just set that date.
just said July
I
28th.
mean, we're posting up now. That's a pretty active
Yeah,
day for everybody.
July 28th.
That's your day.
Yeah, that's National Night Out.
So that's,
What time is that? 6?
5.
5, okay.
5 to 8.
you got anything?
Adam was taking care of that.
Well, it rained that day.
Oh,
Yeah, they're supposed to be here 2 weeks ago.
is that for the fourth grade thing?
It was-
He was doing something separate. Halloween.
That was a safety day. They were supposed to be their safety day.
Bit of scrap.
Yeah, it didn't.
And they had a rough night ahead of that.
Yes.
But I don't, if Adam's working on an
I'll
alternative
check
date
with him.
opposed to that, let's check with Adam. Okay, sure. Yes, thank you, Carson.
Is it a tradition that we sing happy birthday for the commissioner?
No, that is. I tried that out yesterday. That one.
Garth, do you have any fun days? Do you have any days that you? No.
They're actually gonna be here Friday, but it's for EMS week this week, but
Yeah,
it won't be
okay,
anything, yeah, but
yeah. So you think that July works? I mean, it always.
July will probably be a good one, I mean, unless Adam's got something else set up.
Very well, that works for me, as long as it works for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chocolate is always accepted.
Chocolate.
Milk chocolate.
Okay, good. I'll make a motion to close.
I'll second.
Aye.
Yeah, like that picture.